Well, Reddingtonians, it's another Monday morning, and that means there's only one thing on this town selectman's mind. A satisfying cup of joe. Today I'm rocking my signature, a 16-ounce medium roast with half and half and 2 sugars. In other coffee-related news, beloved local gem Aw Beans Cafe and Roastery has announced their intention to introduce a new reusable cup policy to do their part in reducing single-use waste. Starting next fiscal quarter, Aw Beans will no longer offer to-go cups. For a small fee of $5 up front, visitors can get their hot or iced drink to go in a reusable cup that can be returned and exchanged for a fresh free cup at their next visit. One local teen and part-time barista who wishes to remain anonymous had this to say, quote, "I'm actually not a barista there anymore. One time a customer called me a slur because they were out of oat milk, and I was like, fuck this actually. So I just walked out. I never even picked up my check, but they let me keep the apron. Honestly, not a bad first job, but I make more money at the movie theater. Anyway, I think we should get rid of all dishware, reusable or not. Just like, really get back to earth. Like Diogenes. Just drink the coffee right out of your cupped hands. It'll probably hurt if you get hot coffee, but I feel like only cisheads drink hot coffee, so I don't really give a fuck about your nerve endings. Anybody in food service has already burned all those receptors off anyway. Like, you're not better than me. Whatever." End quote. The local teen then asked if they could plug their and their cousin's YouTube channel, and I had to point out to them that that would undermine their wish to remain anonymous. What do you think of the new cup policy, Reddington? Let us know on the air.
Norman, his radio show only gets better every morning. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. Gotta love good old Norman and his desire to positively inform everyone of what's going on in Reddington. That's why he's the best town selectman. Which, hey, what's been going on in Reddington?
So much, Artie. But you know what? I have to say, I love and admire our citizens for the initiative they've taken to protect our little town. I'm going to go check up on a few. Would you like to come with me?
Oh yeah? Who are you visiting first? I'll give you a ride.
Thanks, old friend. I'm going to head over to Isolde and Mercy's house first to check on the two of them and their roommate, Cece.
Roommate, huh? Seems to me like old Mercy and Isolde now have a kid from what I've heard.
Well, if Cece is ready to have a haunted doll for a stepmom, who can't find a family in Reddington? Besides, have you met her new best friend? At least Dale is no longer 5 feet tall.
I hear ya. Let me tell you about how my kid's love life is going. Man, I tell you.
Artie, lovely. As much as I love to hear about Danny, that's the Finnegan's house. And given the time, Cece is likely to come downstairs with Dale for breakfast. Let's check in first, okay?
Hey, Mom!
Hello, Cece. Good morning.
Good morning.
Zolda kind of gives Mercy a look, like a bit of a shrugging look.
I'm pretty sure this has been every morning.
and there's, I think, Zolda's like, we can talk about this when it's not the first week and we're trying to get this gala together. But I feel like Mercy, there's just kind of a little shift in, her China form, just in a way like, you have to deal with this. We'll never deal with it. This is my child now.
I definitely do put Dale down on a chair. I don't know if we have maybe gotten a bunch of cushions for a chair since I
Cushions and books, I think.
Yeah, Dale down a couple times. But I do think that I would make sure that Dale's seat is opposite Mercy.
Mercy doesn't react. At least not visibly. And Isolde's kind of finishing up with a pan in the kitchen. And are you hungry yet, or the coffee's on?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And Cece sort of gets up, bouncing, and goes towards the sugar and is ready.
Well, you go ahead with that. Did you want scramble? I'm making scramble.
Have we had that yet before? Is this new?
No, it's probably been something different every morning.
Oh, okay.
Not even always eggs. This is...
The answer is always, oh, yes. And in this case, scramble,
egg and peppers and onions and cheese.
Yes,
all
sure.
cooked in a pan. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Do you need help?
No, I think
something?
we're almost where we should be good. Dale, did
Okay.
you want coffee?
Est-ce que tu boire
Uh,
quelque chose?
Ouais. Ouais. Petit café, là. Petit café le matin.
Oui? Café?
Ouais.
Hey.
Y a-t-il un Tim Hortons ici? Tim Hortons? Y a-t-il un Tim Hortons ici? Non, non, café, ok, ils ont, ouais, c'est bon.
Café au lait?
Café au lait,
Avec sucre ou noir?
deux crèmes, deux sucres. Deux.
Très bien. Maman, tu le goûtes?
I think that time Isolde looks a little disoriented. Just because it was like fully to her face and she had to like keep herself in line, as it was being said to her. Double is how I'm understanding this.
Oui, je pense que oui. So, I mean, Cece's looking expectantly at Isolde, not having remembered that they hadn't spoken English.
Yeah, I think Isolde got most of that. Her French is passable these days. She busies herself making the coffees. Like I said, not one for herself, not one for Mercy. Mercy's still working on the kind of metaphysical transfer of that tea into her being.
Wait, can we see? We could see the tea or her
very,
drink going
very
down, right?
slowly. It's kind of like over the course of 2 hours, the cup would be empty.
I think Cece, over the past 3 days, has noticed that, when you're walking around in the morning, that this has happened and is probably really staring at Mercy while Isolde is making the coffees, just to see if they can catch see the transfer happening.
See the transfer happening. And yeah. I think after about a minute of that, Cece hears Mercy just in their head.
You can try, but you're not going to be able to see it.
Cece makes a determined face and sits forward.
Did you not hear me?
Cece just nods and thinks back just in case you could hear her thoughts. But I can try.
Strange one you are.
Cece sits back and puts their head down and feels rather stupid and waits for food and might shrink like half an inch.
Cece, are you okay?
Just hungry.
Isolde gives Mercy a look, and then continues.
Aïe, merci, là. C'est pas fin, ça, là. Sois fine. Sois fine avec Cece. Sois
Mercy
gentil.
doesn't speak French.
I know.
Sois quoi?
Merci is not gentil avec toi.
Oui, c'est vrai. Elle est très mal, je ne suis pas très heureuse.
Ben, c'est ça.
Elle est ici. Mais je dois make elle mon ami.
Isolde comes over with plates, just for herself and Cece, because the scramble would take hours for the others, and that's just, nobody wants to see, eggs kind of dissipating. Sleep well this time?
Oh, me?
You? Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It's been really comfortable here, actually.
You've only been here a little while, and I'm just more concerned about you getting comfortable.
I am.
And you're new in town, yes?
I mean, I'm always new in town, yeah. What? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I like Reddington a lot.
Okay.
I can't remember ever having a time in my life where I could be more myself than I am when I'm living here.
That's wonderful.
It is. But not everywhere do we publish about swamp people in the newspaper. Not everywhere do we have to deal with poltergeists, and though it has to be that way because I suppose people like myself need somewhere to go.
Cece's hands are quivering on the cup, and maybe their right hand is just sort of on the table, inching towards Isolde, just in case Isolde wants to take it.
Yeah, I think she does.
Oh, Cece holds Isolde's hand with all the love in their heart. Yeah, and I actually hadn't thought of it that way. Here could be safe. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? Like there are swamp people, and that's okay.
Well, I don't know about... I am a little stuck on the swamp people, I have to admit. As for what you mentioned, Mercy and I are fine. We just kind of gives her a look. We've been together a long time, and with any change, we're bound to disagree. And
Cece glances at Mercy again. Not want to be here?
Hey, Wendy, isn't there a food festival going on downtown?
Oh, that's right. It's on Maple and Maple, showing off our new outdoor dining area. It's beautiful. So many new wooden tables built right here in Reddington. Why, I think our fall festival will be held here in a few weeks.
That's right. I can't wait to try some medieval rack ribs. Yum. Bon appetit, am I right?
I am meeting Norman for lunch at the festival. Maybe we will run into a few citizens there.
It's you and me doing the food column, Barry.
We got this. This is gonna be great. We just have to think of a restaurant. I don't eat out, really.
I have this hypothesis that monsters are a little bit like lobster in a way that their DNA never deteriorates. That would explain why they've been here forever. But like, I need live tissues to test that out.
So are you trying to decide on seafood for lunch? I mean, I'm sure there's a few places in town that you can fish for your own lobster, but
Yeah, but no, actually that wasn't really related. It's just that I was thinking about that and I really needed to voice it. Thank you. Sorry about that. But yeah, do you feel like we could go to the Gilded Pheasant?
like we've done for yesterday and yesterday for lunch and the TA meeting last week and lunch before the TA meeting.
But the magic food, it needs to be tested a little more.
The only thing the Gilded Pheasant reminds me of is 6 shots of whiskey, a Long Island iced tea, and that attempt for you to get me to do karaoke.
It almost worked.
It's not going to work.
It's gonna. I strongly believe it. We'll see. I don't know where the other place. Oh, there's Albin Cafe, I guess. I know this one.
I mean, sure, coffee, sandwiches. I mean, it can't be as bad as what I've been hearing about some of those places around here. You know, there's a place calling itself Canny Bill's.
Maybe we go there today. We all develop a new taste.
You know, Canny Bill's always looks so good, but their soup is $15 a bowl.
Where are you sourcing your meat? This is too...
I mean, we could go to the Haunted Furby Cafe, but I would rather not
Fen,
go to the Haunted Furby Cafe.
I don't want that to happen, but I want everyone to be on the same page that if we go, I would like to black out and wake up as we leave in whatever state I am in.
And wake up in a Haunted Furby.
I don't know if I believe in God. I think I believe in the devil. I surely believe in losing my soul to the Furby Cafe.
Oh god. And you've already got like a demon on you. Like, would Razadonk fight a Haunted Furby for your soul? Or would he just give up?
Fen, you see Barry's right hand reach into his pocket and like pull out a phone and just texts one of your phones. And the text message says, I'll give you $50 if we go to the Furby Cafe right now.
Text back, make it 100.
You get a text back, done, I know where he keeps his wallet.
Barnabas, listen, we should probably get at least a photo of the Haunted Furby Cafe. Oh, look, they're doing something on Maple. They've got a banner, Reddington Restaurant Row.
Oh, that's perfect. We should go right on that.
Yeah, one-stop food column.
Oh, thank goodness. Barnabas wipes visible sweat from his brow.
There's a festival going on today. That'll solve the problem at least. And then neither of us have to choose.
We can do that. Let's do that.
You just really want whatever the Gilded Pheasant has, don't you?
It's more interesting.
Yeah, right up until it turns you blue.
That is still an interesting result. You know, like blue pigment is like super rare in nature. Like there's only this one butterfly who has like a blue pigment. The other one is just like a weird refraction of the light. So like if it turns your skin blue, does that mean that it creates this new pigment that like almost nobody knows how to create?
I mean, isn't it supposed to be magic in the first place?
Norman, did you bring me back any food?
Yes, I did, and it was hard to choose because there's so many good booths. They have a steak on a steak booth.
Ooh.
And that's kind of fun. Feeling a little conflicted about the presence of the steak here, given some of the support needs of our citizens. But then I was thinking, they serve regular steak with a knife, and that could kill anybody. I have a couple little takeout boxes from Places for Tapa's Show, which is new in town. I didn't know that one. They do dinner theater and small plates.
Ooh, interesting. What kind of dinner theater?
I don't know because I don't like to sit in dark spaces where I'm not allowed to leave for a long amount of time. But I'm so excited for you and Artie to go, and you can tell me when you get there.
That would be wonderful. So swell. Artie loves a good show. He was telling me all about this new sequel he started listening to, the sequel to the Phantom of the Opera. I think it's called Love Never Dies.
That's gonna be good, right? I mean, if the first one was good, the second one's gotta be great, right? I mean, look at New Hampshire. If the first Hampshire was good.
Oh no, I dropped my ice cream. Barnabas bends down to scoop up the ice cream.
Barnabas, you are an adult man. You can buy another ice cream.
That's a waste of food. This is perfectly good ice cream. Yeah, it takes a paper towel and like gets the dirt off the sides.
Do they not pay you enough at the coroner's office?
They pay me pretty well. I don't.
So, like, you wouldn't miss, like, $100 or so if it's.
Do you need $100? Are you okay?
I feel like I should say no, but, like, I really want to say yes.
We see each other every day. I'm not worried. We can talk about it. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
Look, it's, Morgan.
Who?
Aren't you, come with me. And he takes Sven's hand.
All I'm saying is if the Growl and Prowl really does have my Vespa, they should be able to tell me something.
Hi!
Yeah.
We talked on the phone!
Yeah. Barnabas, Ben?
Oh, these are the, historical thing people.
It's
Right,
the Real Preservation Society.
You're going to do a story on them, right, Barry?
Yes, and you two had talked about antiquing.
Oh, about his oldest dolls.
Yeah, they were dolls.
And various other antiques. I'm hoping not just dolls. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. Have you? I mean, you gave her my number, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and I can always remind her of that.
And you guys are definitely not going to be writing a story on everything that happened last week, right?
No, I think we established that nothing really important happened, right? Everything was resolved.
Exactly.
No break-in.
And we don't need to do any more work in that general direction, Barnabas?
Sure, that's a lovely conversation for another time. Delilah, would you like to come over here for a minute? No, okay.
Do you know Barnabas? Like, they don't ask, but they have a questioning expression on their face.
She just, like, shakes her head. Is there something you need?
I guess not.
Barnabas, sidebar for a moment?
Okay, 1 second.
Did you want to talk to Delilah? Is this about the antiques?
I would never. No. You two clearly already were hitting it off in that industry. And I just wanted to help you have business conversations naturally. I'll shut up. I'm bad at this.
So, what's that about?
Your guess is probably as good as mine. Do we want to go get, like, the steak on the stick I see everyone walking around with? Steak on a steak?
Sure.
We turn around and they're gone. Ah, shoot. Oh my goodness. Barnabas slowly walks over to a food booth that is a tank of sardines. Okay, I don't mean to alarm you.
Trust me, I could not get more alarmed.
Valid, beneficial. This is the primary diet of swamp people. Why would it be here, if not for a prominent population in the neighborhood? We found our article. Barnabas proceeds to stake out the swamp people food stand.
Ben gets a steak and gets out.
Oh, look. They have a gilded pheasant booth.
Surprise.
I'm a hop over there real quick. You're welcome to come if you want.
It reminds me so much of drunken mistakes.
Fair. All right. I'll be right back. Hey, I've had lots of your food, and it's neat.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Well, welcome to our Gilded Pheasant booth.
Yeah. I'm like really interested in the kind of food that you make, like the special kind.
The special. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Like I get really weird results in my lab when I when I like do stuff with your food.
Okay, this is the first I've heard of anybody doing experiments on food. I am intrigued.
They're talking about the magical food.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Norman, I think you knew Norman.
Yeah.
He brought some fancy beers.
Oh, you got to try some of that. Okay. Okay. What did you think?
Well, okay. Well, the taste was good. But like it's more the plus that comes with it that I thought quite interesting. I think it's great, and I want to learn more. And so I keep buying your stuff.
I don't have anything prepared like that just yet for the booth here, but yeah, if you give me just a second, I'm sure I could whip something up. You're not really interested in any particular effect or anything?
I mean, what are the choices?
Taller, if you'd like to be a little taller, a little shorter.
Taller, yeah.
You know, what's really important is a connection. Everything's connected. And if you play on those connections just right, add a little bit of intent, you can make it go a long ways. So Nihilus is adding in a couple extra seasonings and stuff as he's talking on this. He gets out a pan, some garlic, and he's sauteing up some spinach real quick to add to this soup. And as he's going, you can see him kind of like grabbing at different spots in the air, plucking on the threads of the ether, and almost like kneading them like a dough and like stretching it a little bit over the spinach dish, and plops that in with the soup, puts it in a little to-go container, and slides it across the counter to Morgan.
Greatly appreciate it. I will absolutely be back. Maybe too often.
This one's on the house. I don't know how comfortable I feel selling the foods that I've kind of altered this way just yet.
That should be more expensive, too, technically.
Can't be more expensive than the soup place.
Thank you so much.
And Morgan takes the soup and like sips a little of it, and then sips more and more and more. Because they have no self-control. So so the alley is right next to Morgan, so it's quite easily for them to just like casually lean, arm propped up against the shoulder, grinning.
You better enjoy it for as long as it lasts.
Thinking of the fall festival, I know the high school should be getting out soon. We should go talk to the 2 candidates running for this year's homecoming queen of Ben Clarton High School. Our first candidate is none other than Kathy Pines. Kathy, why do you want to be homecoming queen?
Becoming homecoming queen, that's like the biggest thing going on in this town right now. Because, I mean, really, what else is happening right now? I would love for you to list at least 3 other things that are more important than homecoming. Because I guarantee you can't even come up with one.
My name is Renly Luxton, the Luxton Cooper Schwab Jones law firm family.
Ah, a Luxton, one of our founding families.
Oh yes, we are so proud of our history here in Reddington. Obviously, there's not really anyone at this school that can do it any better than I can. Plus, I mean, after all, Dad's always told me that I'm his little princess, and, you know, princesses always grow up to be queens.
And who are your heroes?
Well, I mean, myself, obviously. I mean, we all have to have aspirations, and I can only dream of what adult Renly is going to accomplish. And, like, of course, my dad, and I guess my mom, but not as much as my dad.
Oh my gosh. Well, my gut reaction, of course, was going to just say myself. Because being myself, which that is Kathy, I like to say that I don't depend on other people to get where I am today, that it was all me and the work that I put in myself. But if I had to give another person, it would be Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
The homecoming queen represents the school for the entire year. Or at least until the prom queen, I guess. Why should you be picked to represent the high school?
My favorite part about high school. It's whenever we get to leave. And I know that sounds a little bit taboo, but I'd like to make the argument I'm the only candidate brave enough to say that. We're doing school, we're trying to go to college where all the real fun happens, where we can get that degree and get our doctorates and become the first person on the moon or whatever.
I mean, I feel like I already exemplify what it means to be a Ben Clarton high school student every day of my life, but if I am given this crown, I'm going to be leading even better, even shinier.
Tell me all about the clubs and activities you do at your time at BHCS.
Well, I actually joined one recently, and it was totally my decision. I'm sure you've seen me running around with Pinky, as I like to call her, this beautiful little pink unicorn. But I realized this school needed to do more to take care of the equestrian-wise creatures in our area, especially due to recent events. And out of the goodness of my heart, I decided that I would be the one to, I guess, take the torch, as it were, and start taking care of these beautiful unicorns.
Well, I mean, I am part of the student council as the treasurer. I'm also on the debate team as the debate team president. I am helping with homecoming planning, just the planning part. I don't do any like putting it together or anything. That's for other people. And I mean, I do plenty in my off time too. Of course, you can call me an influencer. Let me just take a look at my Instagram.
Oh, an Instagram influencer. Huh. Well, how many followers do you have?
Right now, it is sitting at 2,345,000.
Oh, that is a large number. I wonder if you're the biggest influencer in Reddington.
I would not doubt it.
And what are you planning to do after you graduate?
I mean, obviously, as one of the founding families in Reddington, of course, I am going to continue on to our local university. I am going to be majoring in law, so when Dad retires, I will be taking his spot in Luxton Cooper Schwab Jones Law Firm.
Well, definitely trying to get out of this hick town. I mean, excuse me, as much as I've loved Reddington and everything it's done for me, I think as for all high schoolers, it's time for us to spread our roots and just go and find new horizons. My new horizon, you'll be finding me in the penthouse suite right in the center of New York City.
I mean, not that anyone isn't going to be doing it in the first place, but yeah, vote for Renly Luxton for Homecoming Queen.
This is our prime. This is our youth. We don't want to waste so much time in classrooms. And again, I'm the only one that has the bravery to actually say that.
Well, after all of that steak on a steak, I really should be full. But hey, you know who has the best family dinners? The Greeley family.
Ah, you are not wrong there. Have you been invited for dinner?
Oh, me? Oh, no. No, I haven't had the time. But I know that you and Norman join occasionally. Who do you think is cooking dinner tonight?
Zoe looks very uncomfortable. Hey, JJ.
Hey, Zoe. Make yourself comfortable. I'm just gonna set out some plates. I'm not sure who. I think Daddy cooked tonight, but yeah, I'll just put an extra plate out for you. That's fine. How you doing?
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Nihilus was cooking.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Did you? I'm sorry. No, he's not coming tonight. But Daddy's a good cook. I mean, you'll be fine. You won't mind his cooking. I mean,
no, I assume I just like, is this not awkward for you? I feel like it should be awkward.
Yeah. You know what? I'm learning how to not. I'm trying to learn how to not be awkward anyway. So don't worry about it. It'll be no. It'll be no. It's
good at that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sure?
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sure. Don't worry about it. Just sit down and relax and have some food.
Okay, but just give me like a little cough or like a wink here and there, and I'll know to just go straight out the window, and I can just.
You don't think going out the window would be a little more awkward than just sitting and eating dinner? I mean, like
I've
if
gone
you
out
stood up
multiple
and
windows, it's not that difficult. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I
part of
mean
my brand at this point.
But I mean, the window's right there. I mean, like if you just stood up and went out the window, people would be like, "Why'd you go out the window, Jessa? What'd you do?" And then I just sit and eat. It's all right.
Okay, fine. I mean, do you need help? I can.
No, are you kidding? I was just going to ask you if you had seen them, but of course you have. Ty, can you bring glasses or something?
Yeah, I got it.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You just
Sure.
sit and really. I'm absolutely sure. You're the guest. You just sit and relax.
I mean, I've been a guest on multiple occasions, never for food.
I know, but this is different. So right now you don't have to do nothing. Just sit. It's okay.
Okay, sure. I will just sit here quietly and not think about how fucking awkward this is.
Daddy, you need help bringing food?
No, I'm doing all right, baby girl. Be in just a minute.
Zoe's,
what's that?
Zoe's here. She's staying for dinner. I mean, I don't know who knew she was here, but she's staying for dinner. So we're gonna share food.
Oh well, that's great. Now what was this I was hearing about someone going out the window? This is a good proper house. If you're gonna leave, you're gonna go through the door, not the window. That is not proper etiquette. Todd Joe, that was your problem. You were going to go through the window, weren't you?
Why you got a problem with me going out the window every time, Dad? We talked about this already. Sometimes it's just easier to slip on through than trying to sneak through the door. You know that door creaks every once in a while. Don't want to wake people up.
See, boy, going through the window, I taught you better than that. You might as well have been born in a barn.
Excuse me, Dad, you want to talk about this? You remember how we talked about getting the WD-40 to take care of this door, and you still haven't done it yet. You can just bring it from the garage, all right?
Not now, okay? Y'all, really?
What you talking about, boy? The WD-40? That's your job.
That's my job, Dad.
I told you to do that.
I'm
now,
sorry, Zoe. I'm sorry.
Zoe is halfway out the window. Like she's
Zoe, wait, no. Zoe, if you go out that window right now, my daddy's going to be so upset. Please come back in here.
See how easy it is to get through?
If I hear another thing about someone going through a window, I'm taking them out behind the woodshed with my belt. I don't care who it is.
Is that your solution?
Now sit down. I have made some of the best Southern cooking that you can find. I have made barbecue. I have not made it in many years. I haven't killed anybody with my cooking in many years. Now I want you to just sit down and prepare to have your taste buds excited.
All right, hold up. Before we even continue on, did we want the fancy glassware, or did we talk about having just the standard glassware?
Just bring the regular glasses, Ty. Don't bring nothing fancy out.
You don't stand on no ceremony, boy.
Listen here, all right? We got guests in the house. We might want to make it fancy. I just want to make sure.
Ty Joe, you wouldn't know fancy if it came up and kissed you on the mouth.
You want to go up back, Dad? Is that what you want to do right now? You want to settle this?
Ty Joe, do not start a fight. Please don't start a fight right now. That's all I'm asking. Please don't start a fight.
All right.
Listen to the baby girl. She does not want this to happen. Just as June knows what she's talking about. She is entertaining right now. I do not want you to say another word. Go get the regular glassware and put it out. And not another word from you, boy. I'm taking you out back.
I'm just going to leave the window open just in case.
You close that window right now. I'm bringing out the barbecue in just a minute. I can smell it. Can you smell it? I have a heightened sense of smell. So I just want to make sure everyone else can figure it out too.
Well, you can smell it, Daddy. It smells good.
That's good. That's good. That's the right response. You know exactly what to say at any given point in time.
Well, maybe not at any point in time, but I try, Daddy. I try.
Well, you do your best. You do your best. You know. Every once in a while, you do screw up, but, you know, I still love you anyway.
Oh, thank
Joe,
you,
anyway.
Daddy.
Don't tell him that.
I heard that.
Heard what, boy?
You know what you said. We can sell this later when everybody's gone, Dad. Believe me.
Oh, boy, you do not want to do this. You do not want to challenge
Daddy,
you to another
Ty,
dance-off, boy.
No fighting. No more fighting, all right? We're going to have dinner with Zoe. It's going to be nice. It's going to be fine.
Don't worry, Jessica. We'll be fine. We'll be fine during dinner.
No,
don't worry.
Zoe, please don't go.
Dinner,
please
Dad,
don't leave me with them
won't.
being like this, please.
I mean, you're always with them, though. I'm never here with all of y'all together. I'm only here with one of y'all at most.
Yeah.
And it's usually not this much talking.
Dinner. Y'all, we're going to have dinner. Can we talk
All
about
right.
dinner, please? Don't talk about nothing else. Just dinner, please.
What are we getting on about here? This is a typical dinner between us. Isn't that right, Dad?
No, not.
This is normal for you guys? JJ?
Well, we
JJ,
talk about
blink
all
if you
sorts
need
of.
help. Just
We talk
two
about all
blinks.
kinds of things, though, but it's not usually. They're not usually quite this bad. I think they're showing off a little bit, just a little bit. That's all.
I don't need to show off. What are you talking about?
Yeah, show off? Why do we need to show off? What do we got to show off here?
This
Nothing.
boy here
Never
is
mind.
showing
I
off.
didn't say that. I didn't say nothing about showing off.
You did. You can't take it back. He's showing off. I'm not showing off. I'm just me.
Oh, look at over here, mister. I'm making barbecue that's so delicious. Can everybody smell it? Not showing off my butt.
Ty Joe, please do not show off your butt at dinner.
Ty Joe, you wish you had my butt, boy.
I mean,
You got that from your mother's side.
Their butts are both really good, though. I mean,
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate the recognition.
Yeah,
I try my best.
So, JJ, what's your opinion on going out of a window now?
I think I'm going to go out the window, to tell you the truth. You can
Yeah.
stay and talk to the boys, and I'm just going to go out to the barn and...
June, don't you
What?
dare go toward that window.
Well, then stop talking about your butt.
Well, besides, that's not even the best window to go through, all right? That's too exposed, too open. You got to go to the one more like in the back that's hidden.
Ty! Ty.
Where exactly was
Ty.
that window? Just out
Okay,
of
silverware.
curiosity?
Here goes the silverware. Look, I'm putting silverware down.
Okay,
See?
yep.
Thank you.
There,
Thank you.
there's a fork.
Don't.
There's a fork.
You do not need any knives. This is gonna be tender as a mother's love. You don't need to worry about anything except to enjoy the meal. And I have to admit, the boy's right. If you go out through there, you're gonna probably run into the air conditioner. So I'd say if you were gonna go out a window, hypothetically, it'd be in the back. Yeah, exactly. Not that I've done that before. I'm just agreeing. I'm trying to validate my son's opinions because God knows he needs validation.
Excuse.
Breathe. Breathe.
I'm just gonna go get the rest of the cups, Dad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Zoe, stop staring at his butt.
Oh,
that's
mean,
We're
just
not,
a little too obvious.
Daddy.
It's a great
Daddy.
butt. Leave it alone. Thank you.
Jeez.
I'm not allowed to enjoy the sights here?
You can enjoy, but do we have to talk about it? Can you enjoy quietly?
I'm just saying, your dad was the one that brought it up.
I know he was. Daddy, stop talking about butts.
But why not? I mean, God made these butts.
Oh, yes,
these
he
are
did.
these are works of art.
Agreed.
See, Zoe agrees. Now listen, Zoe would agree about any butt that had a pulse connected to it, but still.
Okay, hold on. I have standards, okay?
Yes, a pulse and interesting.
Wow. All
Daddy.
right, well, maybe it's time for me to just go out the fucking door then. JJ, good luck. I'm just gonna head out now.
So,
It's been a long day, huh, Wendy?
It has. But I think it's been a good one. It's been good to see how everyone is doing in town, you know?
It is. I think everyone has settled in nicely. I'm getting a call for a pickup. No sleep for the wicked. Good to make the last stop on your own?
I am, old friend. Our final stop for the night is to check on some of our amateur beer brewers to see how their last batch turned out. If it's any good, I'll bring some by for you in the hubby.
Sounds good. Be seeing you, Wendy.
Hey, knock knock, it's Norman Newman.
Nihilus leans out the window from upstairs. I will be right down. And he pops back in the window.
All right, I'll be right here.
And you just hear the tip, 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 tip down the stairs. And because I think it's the back entrance at the Gilded Pheasant, there is a separate door that kind of goes straight up the stairs to where Nihilus's room is. Pops the door open. Things kind of just finished steeping for the beer that I'm making. I'm making a porter. I really wanted to get that flavor out of there. We've got that going. We've got yours from the other week. Should be just about ready. We can give that a try.
Responsibly, of course. You know what they say, brewing with a bud is the best kind of brewing, right? Right, kiddo?
Absolutely.
Now, yours is made with hops also.
Yes, most of them typically are. Just going to depend on the variety and what kind of flavor.
Yeah, that's in mine, too.
Yep, hops, water. I mean, technically, it can only be beer if it is limited to 5 ingredients. You've got your barley, your water, your hops, your yeast, and love, of course.
Of course. Friendship. And bottles is also sort of an ingredient if you think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not supposed to eat it.
No, I would advise against that. I could try.
No, I as well.
Maybe that's something to look into. All right, Nihilus pulls out a binder and starts writing down.
It's what doesn't kill you? No, it didn't. That's what Mom used to say. All right, so tell me what's going on here, my friend Nihilus, my good friend, my very dear friend Nihilus. I'm so happy to be spending this time with you.
I always enjoy our time together. I feel like I learn a little bit of something when we're together, and just it's a lot more relaxing than some other people around town. I've got a lot of dear friends here. It's a wonderful place,
especially. Yeah, it's been a little strange. I'll be the first to admit. And I love Reddington. No town is perfect. I think we're the closest. But like more murder than I had expected for us as a community.
Yeah. Any amount of murder really is more murder than is ideal.
And I think I'm starting to carry that in my heart a little bit, and it's good to. This is a good point of recharge for me. I'm happy to be here with you. So thank you for making time for me. I appreciate that. I know you're a busy man.
Always time for brewing, especially with a dear friend.
Always time for brewing. Hey, that's a t-shirt right there.
We've got some good times a brewing.
And Norman is wearing a t-shirt that says beer on it. It's got a silhouette of like a bear that has deer antlers on it. And he did dress for the occasion.
Especially if you're really, little heavy in the heart right now. I was planning up a little something special for this batch. It is going to be a nice, deep, rich stout. I did go out foraging earlier, and I got some fresh marshmallow, and I was going to steep that in there. I wanted a nice kind of fall campfire beer that you can kind of have any time and really get that feeling there. Just like the feeling of sitting by the campfire, hearing some ghost stories, just that kind of nostalgia in a bottle.
That sounds like a spectacular brew. That sounds like it would really cheer me right now, just in time for autumn.
We'll put it in this carboy here. He points to a big 5-gallon carboy. Maybe break open some of your brews that are nice and ready, and just have a good old time together around the fire, and really see, capture that feeling.
Hey, carboy, the size of this thing is more like a car man.
Nihilus cocks his head, and then it clicks, and then he just bursts out laughing uproariously, and he loses his breath for a minute. Okay, that was good.
Shucks. It only took me all week,
We'll head out back. Would you care to do the honors of getting a fire ready?
Norman's eyes light up, and he's like,
well, no, we need the wood to light up.
I'd love to get a fire started. Without fail, any summer evening, I tell you, 5 o'clock rolls on, I say, you guys want to get a fire started? People say, Norman, it's still light out. I say, well, you don't want to be looking for wood in the dark, You're gonna feel pretty silly, and if you want to make marshmallows, you gotta have the coals going. It takes a while for those to get going. A lot of people think it's too early.
No, not enough people appreciate the time it takes to build the appropriate bed of coals to really enjoy.
It's true. You want to roast your marshmallow over fire, you're just gonna get charcoal like that. That's not gonna do you any good.
You're speaking the language of my heart.
Oh, you know what? You and me cut from the same cloth. And I'll catch you down there.
You know, Nihilus brings out the carboy while Norman is getting that all going, and then runs back in to actually grab the case of Norman's beer that is all brewed up. And what he did not realize, I think, is that on one of the shelves above in the pantry where Norman's beer was aging to get that carbonation in it, he had some other of his kind of experimental magic things that were aging up there. A kimchi. You know, you can't seal that up. It needs to breathe. And so it had actually overflowed a little bit and dripped down onto the case. Do not worry. It is still Norman's completely pale Pilsner Light.
I like something that you could drink 3 of. I wouldn't, but I like that I could. When you do come out to the backyard, Norman has designated, of course, you know, the pokin' stick, which is an especially long stick that you can rearrange things with. And nothing needs poking yet, but he is, you know, putting it a little bit into the fire, which is getting along pretty well. You know, I should have asked if I'd known we were gonna be working on the campfire. I've been saving my dryer lint because it goes up real well. You know, I save it all year round. I got Ziploc bags, gallons and gallons of Ziploc bags on hand. You put it into paper towel holders. You know, my dad used to call those Youper fire starters.
Oh, that's quite a trick. I've never tried that.
Oh, yeah, it's incredibly flammable. We've lost a lot of good apartments that way. I mean, not us, Reddington as a whole. Well, probably the whole U.S., but, you know. To every dark, accidentally fatal accident, there is a life hack in there somewhere. That's what I like to say.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard one that you might appreciate, Norman. I heard this just the other day. Do you know the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
The difference between a hippo and a zippo. Oh, I've heard this one. I know this one. Oh, it's on the tip of my load.
One of them weighs a lot, and the other one's a little lighter.
The other one's a little lighter. Oh, you got to it before I did. Oh, had to blow my Carman one out of the water, didn't you? You are shameless.
I know how much you appreciate those. I heard that one the other day, and I had to file it away for you.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I heard one at work the other day, and nobody will tell me the punchline. It's what's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea, and nobody will tell me the punchline to that one. So I don't know.
Well, let me know if you find out. That sounds like my kind of humor.
Yeah, no, you'll be the first to know. Yeah, you'll be the first to know. I will text you right away. But they kept laughing, so I figured it's probably a pretty good one. You know, when something's so funny you can't get the punchline out, that's gotta be a pretty good one, right?
I feel like there's a lot of pretty good ones that I'm on the cusp of getting.
Yeah, you and me both. We'll walk each other over the finish line at some point.
Nihilus has pulled out 2 of the bottles, cracks them open, hands it off, and they clink clink.
Bros.
And they both take a swig, and then I think they both just kind of trail off in the midst of their conversation as they both get this kind of vacant expression and stare into the fire.
Norman picks up his bottle, takes another deep swig of it, gives a satisfied sigh, looks into the fire and says, "You know, this is an excellent beer. Did you brought this to me?"
No, this one was yours. The one that we did.
Well, this one's mine because I'm drinking it. That one's yours, I assume.
Wait, no, it's the a week and a half or so ago when we brewed this one up.
Oh, I did this. Well, I'm very proud with how that turned out.
You should be. It is very refreshing.
Well, thank you. And I'm so sorry, young man. What's your name?
Norman, you feeling okay?
What? That's my name.
I was asking. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling exactly. I'm in that perfect Goldilocks zone right now. I think about one of these is as much as I need.
This batch has no alcohol in it.
No kidding. Huh. Hey, I tell you what, kiddo. Ambiance is a hell of a drug. That must be where I am. This is a beautiful fire. Did you make this?
Well, that is one way to end the day. I better go check on Norman and get him unscrambled. Just another day in Reddington, I guess. And hey, you, dear listener, you are welcome back any time you want to come. All you have to do is turn to Once Upon a Monster of the Week on your digital podcatcher dial and there we will be with all of the mysteries of Reddington. Thank you for joining us today. Today's episode starred, in order of appearance, Theo Wampuzik, Meg Griffin, Red Griffin, Emily C.A. Snyder, Lauren Tucker, Pam Clark, Algie Todd, Isaiah Rothstein, Alice Hart, Gina Moravec, Mick Wheaton, Reese Tirado, Sarah Palmero, Terry Randolph, and Adam Blandford.